You're listening to this week's episode of the Vacation Rental Business in Today's World podcast. You're about to start transforming your business and life with the information found here. We interview some of the greatest and most influential minds in the vacation short-term rental industry and supporting businesses. The information found here is a combination of brain science, transformational thinking, safety and loss prevention, and vacation short-term rental knowledge and experiences, all rolled into one to help you and your business to achieve levels you never thought possible. I am glad you are here, and now please welcome your host, Eric Thibodeaux.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Safer VRS podcast. I'm Eric Thibodeaux, and I'm glad you're here. Wanting to remind everyone that we're still taking membership in the Awakening Vacation Rental Safety membership group. You can find information at our website at safervrs.com or check it out on our website. We'd be glad to hear from you. So today I wanted to share with you an article I wrote for Matt Landau's VRMB blog, and it's called Being Professional, with the B-E capitalized in being. And I'll read this that I wrote out there, and I welcome you to provide feedback, comments, questions. And it's a way that I've found that as we're in the vacation rental industry, we are something I'd like us to focus on. And certainly the topic of being professional came up many times. So here we go. In the past few months, there has been and continues to be discussions regarding what makes a vacation rental professional. I've contemplated the topic and wanted to share my perspective on this as a vacation rental owner, property manager, investor, and as a transformational coach. You know, in Safer Vacation Rentals, I do transformational thinking, and I believe it's really important because what we do every day in our businesses, we talk a lot about how we're doing, and we should be thinking about how we're being. But really, when we focus on some of these activities, the transformation part and how we're being rarely gets discussed. We focus on pricing and our hiring and guest satisfaction and guest experience and owner retention, all great things. However, this part is about the maybe 5 to 10% of the things that make 80% of what we do and how we can be successful. And more importantly, how we're going to be professional. So to achieve what we want, or in this case, need, I say in quotations, the vacation rental industry, unquotation, need to approach this topic differently. Most of the content presented or discussed about what I say, quote, makes a vacation rental owner, manager, or business professional boils down to a list of things to do, that's capital D-O. For example, maintaining the property, excellent housekeeping and care for the property, knowing and meeting our owners, providing great customer service, meeting with local or state regulators to advocate for my business or the vacation rental industry. While the list could be much longer on all of the activities we do, maybe we don't do, these actions are not the most important the most important part of being professional. When I say being, it's really capital B. We can fill in the blank with more or less doing, and it will not be enough. See, the approach being taken above utilizes a broken model. Approaching this from what is called the have-do-be model or the do-have-be model is flawed. What this says to have professional status, I need to do all of these things listed above and many others to become what I need. Another way is I need to do these things that a property manager does to have what I need or want to be the person or business I want to be. This model of thinking and action rarely works. Here's the model that does work. Be, do, have. What do I mean by that? So it's who do I need to be? What things do I need to do to have the results I want? So you must be who you want to be first. The key is who are you being and what ways are you being? And this is rarely focused on first. Many of us as vacation rental owners and property managers have the doing and the having down as we work on this all the time. But as I like to say, and maybe you've heard me say in some of my previous podcasts, is we are human beings, not human doings. So being is who you really are inside of yourself. See, this is about an inside job. Who are you being inside of you comes first. Doing and having are external to you. Being is internal to you. This varies from person to person to achieve what they desire in life, business, or being professional. So take a look inside of you in the context of being professional. Are you committed, dedicated, profit-minded, self-integral? These are ways of being. So here's an example. I'll use an Olympic athlete. An Olympic athlete is being committed and dedicated to practicing, training, exercising, and accepting coaching. These are internal to each of us. By the way of committed and dedicated are ways of being. Once you are committed and nothing can stop you and dedicated to your goal, everything flows easier. Training, practicing, exercising, and accepting coaching. The ways of being committed and dedicated are internal to each of us. See, if the athlete were not committed or dedicated first, then it would be very difficult to sustain for a long period of time the doing activities. Once you're in alignment with your ways of being, the doing becomes natural and easier, which will lead you to having what you desire, and that being an Olympic athlete in this situation. So I use this example as it's easy to visualize, and our brains work best when we can show it what we want. Visualization is great. So your brain must first see and understand what you want for you to be able to deliver it. The subconscious mind does not know the difference from real or imagined, and it can be programmed to deliver what you desire. This starts with your ways of being. So how does this look in a business or as an individual? I'll use my property management business and myself to illustrate this point. The ways of being are kept to 3. They can be more. However, when you're focusing on these, they're internal to each one of us. Essentially, we're working from the inside out. So in my property management company business, ways of being are, we are being profit-minded. We do work that is profitable and allows us to scale and support our owners. Safe, we're being safe. Safer stays for guests and owners, and it is an inherent part of the product and service we produce. We are being dedicated to being on time, completing actions, and working for guests and owners. We are dedicated to our work because other people's joy depends on our work. So once we're profit-minded or safe or dedicated, and this is how we are being, the doing of running profitable businesses flows easy. We maintain and demand and require a safe property for our guests and our owners, and dedicated, the doing flows easily. So here are my ways of being. And once again, everyone, I'm human, just like you. I'm working at this every day. And sometimes I achieve and sometimes I don't. And I reset and continue to work from the be, do, have model. So my ways of being are I'm committed. This is 100% belief and delivery in what I'm working on. There is only completion of the goals. Dedicated. This is using my intent and will to achieve the objectives. And self-integral. This is about being true to my word in all of my activities in what I am doing. So those are my ways of being, working at them every day. So please note, this does not change overnight. This is about transformation. And transformation is not an event, it is a process. When we actually sit down and take a look at it, when we focus on transforming and reestablishing a behavior or a belief or a way of being, it takes 67 days to achieve this and to continue to support it. So my example here is I declare that I'm going to get in better shape and will go to the gym. I go to the gym today. After this workout, I cannot say I've achieved my target after only one workout. This is a process and it will take time to transform. So it is in our business, so it is in our life, so it is in our relationships and how we deal with everyone that we encounter. Our ways of being are critical. The be, do, have model needs to be explored. So my intent has been to share with the vacation rental industry, who are you being? What ways of being must you develop inside of you? This is the first step in being professional. And it may be different for each of us, and more than likely will be. Your ways of being will be tweaked or adjusted as you change. The rest of the external things outside of you, such as the doing activities, associated with a professional property manager only change when you first change who you are being. I realize this will take some time, process, and even more time to adapt in your ways of being. This is transformation, so it will take time. And if it does not, then once again, you may need to self-analyze who you are being. And what are those things, those subconscious beliefs or patterns that are holding you back from achieving everything that you can do? For some people, this takes coaching to move you beyond your limiting beliefs or patterns. We all have them. Yes, even me. I've worked and working on this for 2 years plus. It's like an onion. There's always another layer of you underneath the first layer. I appreciate you listening to this article. Once again, it's out there on Matt Landau's VRMB blog. Take a look at it, reflect on it, because now you have a choice. And if you've heard me say this before, life is choice. Everything in your life is a choice. Being professional is more than doing that we hear public. So who are you being? Please reach out to me if you have any questions or want to discuss this topic further. I appreciate you. I appreciate you listening to this podcast. And I'm here to support the vacation rental industry in providing safer vacation and short-term rentals. And more than we like to believe, that this is not just about all the doing. It's a huge amount of who we're being. And what are those subconscious beliefs or patterns that are holding you back from being all you need to be? I hope you found this helpful. I look forward to hearing from you on my Safer Vacation Rental podcast. Leave a 5-star review. I would appreciate it. You can also find me on LinkedIn, my safervrs.com website, or you can find me on the Facebook group, Vacation Rental Safety. I'd like you to have a great day. I appreciate you listening and create a safe day. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Safer VR's podcast with Eric Thibodeaux. If you enjoy this, I would love you to join my Facebook group, The Safer Vacation Rentals, for more of the same. You can also join our email list at www.safervrs.com.